In April, I'll have reached a 50-year relationship with this school district. I came here in April of 1970, and I know most of those people whose names are on these buildings. Frank Seal, L.A. Mills, Mr. Irvin was my first principal, Wilburn Racer, Earl Dietrich, Randall Hill, Sandra Hill, Dolores McClatchy, all these people made this place special, and I could name a dozen others, dozens of others that were that way. And I think because of the people and the kind of people and the heart of the people that worked here, that's what made this place special. They knew what the people wanted and they delivered it.
I started off here as a student teacher in 1992, and I quickly learned that MISD was just a very, very special place. From the first time I walked through the doors of what was then Midlothian Middle School, it's now Frank Seal Middle School, I was in awe of the things I saw. The expectations for the kids were higher. The quality of the instruction was much, much better than the other places, and it felt like there was a passion among the employees here that I hadn't seen other places.
My father moved our family here in 1964. At that time, Midlothian was about 1,250 people, but the cornerstone of this community was the school district. It remains that today.
I think the biggest thing that I feel as far as the legacy that this district leaves behind is the fact that we don't just stop with teaching. It's not just one and done. We stay invested with these kids. You see teachers traveling to basketball games or playoff games for kids that they taught years and years ago. So we're invested in it. And the amount of people that stay in Midlothian is amazing, and how many move back, bring their children here.
From the very beginning, when this Midlothian was small, when it was just a few thousand people, they really emphasized on taking care of the kiddos and making sure that all the kids are taught what they're gonna need in life. I'm looking at my high school kid, and he was prepared. He was prepared for high school. They did a great job, and right now their teachers are preparing him for college.
One of the things that is kind of unique and a little bit of a mystery to us is every year when we hire teachers, we always ask, you know, where would you go to school? And we have so many students that return to teach in Midlothian that were former MISD graduates. And Judy Walling calls it the Midlothian Mystique.
Midlothian Mystique.
And
yeah.
she says, what is it about? Why do you come home? And it is as though Midlothian draws them home. It's such a special place.
This community is full of people that care about not only education, but connection. And that begins with an incredible amount of parent involvement in our schools with their children, a staff that really meets our kids where they are, finds out what their passions are and what they're interested in, and helps to really foster those initiatives so that those kids can reach their full potential.
I have a student named Cody. He's an 8th grader this year, and he came new in 6th grade. He had been to schools literally all over the United States. And Cody took a huge interest in coding. And so he's a 6th grader. His name's Cody, and he's coding. Then in 7th grade, his coding became more and more complex. And now, as an 8th grader, he's used his coding skills to be able to write music. And he's making electronic music, and he's publishing it on Spotify. His passion has enabled him to probably find his career.
And as a district, we're giving kids opportunities to find what fits them. We're giving them the tools necessary to be successful moving forward, and we're allowing them an opportunity to find their niche in a comfortable environment.
It's fantastic to have technology, but there's magic in that classroom with the teacher and students, and that's where the emphasis has to be. And as long as you have that classroom emphasis, you can get tremendous results, and the things that you add on in terms of new programs, new technology, just enhance that.
40 years ago, 50 years ago, it was all about relationships. Today, it's still all about relationships. It's about getting kids in, getting them in classrooms, getting them hungry to learn, and those teachers building those relationships with those kids. It's what we've always done, it's what we continue to do, and it's what we're gonna do moving forward. It is the basis of who we are.
I listen every morning and every afternoon. As part of my job, I monitor the radio and I listen to all the buses. I listen to the bus chatter between buses and from the dispatcher to the buses. Most people would be amazed at at the care and concern that our drivers have for our kids. But they talk about, oh gosh, I got to get this guy. I see him, I'm going to back up and get him, or whatever, whatever it takes, they take care of those kids. And I think that's the same heart that all our people have in our school district. People just understand that the students are the main thing for us, and we're going to take care of them.